I can use it much like I would my trackpad, where I can scroll down or up with this right scrolling portion of the window. I can scroll down and up on the thumbnails. I can touch any of these objects, any of these tools, in order to begin working with them. So that's pretty cool. The other thing I wanted to show you are the smart pen and smart erasers. Down along the bottom of the smart board, there's a tray. The tray contains these little plastic pens and what looks like an eraser, a felt eraser. As I pull one of those out of the tray, you can see its little light shines. And so at this point in time, I can now use this pen in this manner, where I can write directly on the screen. This is really helpful for annotating any kind of art history slides or writing notes up on the board. If I want to erase any of my annotations, I can pull the eraser out of the tray. Its light illuminates, and I can move it around on the smartboard to erase any of my annotations. When I have my smart eraser pulled from the tray, you can see the smart eraser button tool highlights, and I can change the size of my smart eraser. So that works the same with all the pens in the tray. There are also two buttons on the tray. One is a keyboard button, which I can press, and then it pulls up this on-screen keyboard. So that's a pretty cool little function. If I wanted to, for example, use my on-screen text tool, and I wanted to come in here and write something, and I press in the space, I can use my on-screen keyboard to put any kind of text in there that I wanted to. Pressing two buttons is oftentimes a little on the difficult side, but I can say anything I want to in this text space. I can dismiss that on-screen keyboard by pressing the red X at its upper left-hand corner. The other button I wanted to make you aware of is the right-click option. So let's say, for example, I want to pull up one of these right-click options. I can click the right-click mouse button here on the screen and then touch an item on the screen in any of my programs, and it pulls up my right-click options. So I could put this particular item in the back, for example, if I wanted to. And I could do any of those right-click options that I needed to right from the on-board tray, smartboard tray. So that's a pretty nice little feature as well. When I've gone into full screen presentation mode in the smartboard notebook technology, I wanted you to see this little handy slide advancer. I like to put that in a location where it's convenient for me to reach so that I can advance to the next slide. If I was more comfortable standing on the other side, I could certainly have it at that corner there. Okay? But I can do all the same kinds of things I was telling you about earlier, where I can draw attention to whatever I wanted to draw attention to by drawing directly onto the smartboard. I could have students, of course, come up and do those kinds of things as well.